I'm going to tell you a little secret that your grammar book doesn't want you to know. The most common way to use or talk about the future in Spanish is with ir plus a plus infinitive. That's the most common way to do it, and your grammar book doesn't want you to know that. Hi, I'm Daniela from Tell Me Spanish, and I'm here to help you learn and improve Spanish. So, as I was saying, in Spanish, ir plus a plus verb in infinitive form is the most common way to talk about future actions. And this is great because it is one of the most powerful verbs that you are going to use when learning Spanish. And most of my students, when I tell them, hey, we're going to learn a new tense, they are like, Jesus Christ, another tense, more endings, more irregular verbs to remember. And they're right, it's a lot. It's a lot of information. But fortunately, if you know how to conjugate ir, you're going to be okay. So just as a reminder, ir in the present tense, yo voy, tú vas, él va, nosotros vamos, vosotros vais. And remember, you're just going to use vosotros if you're learning Castilian and Spanish, not in Latin America, okay? Ellos van. So the other part of the formula is a plus infinitive verb. And you can combine the infinitive verb, like you can choose whatever infinitive verb you want. Comer, bañarse, and yes, I have a little mark on the reflexive. I'm going to explain you why. And ir. So, as I was saying, this structure is great to talk about the future in daily conversations. However, I know, Spanish is not perfect. However, we use this tense, this near future, with some nuances. Because it's so close to the present, we use it to express certainty about the future actions. We use it to talk about our current plans or intentions about the future. We also use it to say that something is going to happen soon in the future. And finally, we use it to talk about potential outcomes of a current situation. Check the words in orange, your keywords in this case, current, soon, and current. It's very close, if you see this timeline, it's very close to the present, okay? We have the present over here, and with the near future, we're saying that the future action, is going to happen soon, tomorrow, today, in a few hours, okay? And over here, I have some examples. Ya me voy a dormir. I'm going to go to bed. And I know I have this red mark. I'm going to go back to it. Second example. ¿Qué van a hacer mañana? ¿Qué van a hacer mañana? What are you guys going to do tomorrow? The third one. Si no te apuras, vamos a llegar tarde. If you're in a hurry, we're going to be late. Those are my words to my fiance all the time, but anyway. So let's go back to example number 1, okay? I put a little mark here because we're working with the reflexive verb dormirse. Ya me voy a dormir. This is key because I see this mistake very often, and it's a very simple mistake that you can fix very easy. Ya me voy a dormir. When we have a pronoun in this structure, you have two options. Both are equally correct, so you are going to choose the one that makes you feel the most comfortable. So, option number 1, you place the pronoun in front of the conjugated verb. And the only conjugated verb that we have here is ir. So, as you can see in my example, ya me voy a dormir. I chose option number 1. Option number 2, you're going to attach that pronoun to the infinitive verb. In this case, that will be dormir. Voy, I'm sorry, I just got a little bit confused. Ya voy a dormirme. I'm going to go to sleep. I know in English it doesn't make any sense, but it does in Spanish. Option number 1, ya me voy a dormir. Option number 2, ya voy a dormirme. They both mean the same, so don't worry about that. And this rule is going to apply also to direct and indirect object pronouns, okay? So a little tip, when you're using this formula, ir plus a plus infinitive, the time markers that you're going to use are very close to the present. Mañana, al rato, en unas horas, pasado mañana, en unos días, okay? So wait a second, if you have this formula, why do you need to learn the future simple? And what are the differences between the future simple tense and the near future? As I was saying, ir plus a plus infinitive express certainty. And I know we don't have control about the future, we really don't, but because we're talking from a present perspective, our current plans or the way I think the future is going to happen, I have a little bit more of certainty, okay? I don't have that certainty with the future simple tense. For example, if I say, mañana voy a ir al dentista, tomorrow I'm going to go to the dentist, that's almost like a fact, okay? It's going to happen. As sad as that is, it's going to happen. But if I say, en unas semanas iré al dentista, in a few weeks I will go to the dentist, there are so many things that can happen in those weeks. It's not as certain. I can accidentally forget that I have to go to the dentist and I'm going to skip it, okay? So that's something key. And to be honest with you, the future tense requires a little bit more of work, and it does sound a little bit more formal in speaking Spanish. So in daily conversations, we are more likely to be using ir plus a plus infinitive. So that's it for today, guys. Before we finish this video, I want to leave you some resources in the description just so you can go a little bit deeper into this topic. The first one is a video with this same lesson in Spanish. That way you get to practice this concept as well as your listening. The second one is a guide to the near future. I know I already explained too much about it, but you can also find new examples, more time markers, so you get a little bit more comfortable with this tense. The third one is a guide, Jesus Christ, I'm on fire, is a guide about the future tenses in Spanish. Yes, I did say tenses, and easy. You have the same tenses in English, so it shouldn't be that bad. And the fourth one is a guide to Spanish pronouns, so you can know when are you going to use reflexives, when are you going to use direct pronouns or indirect pronouns with this structure. So that's it for today. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!